Imagine a healthcare system where the pursuit of profit precedes your well-being. Imagine a system that keeps you dependent on the drugs while chronic diseases continue to afflict you with no hope of a cure. But what if there was a way out? Dr. Sebi was a remarkable herbalist who discovered a different healing approach using nature's power. He claimed to have cured multiple diseases, including HIV and cancer. However, as news of his remarkable achievements spread, a dark cloud descended upon him. Dr. Sebi was taken into custody and tragically died while in prison. And while we may discard his death as just a coincidence, it is even more shocking that his name was trademarked a few months after his death. It begs the question, was he silenced for having the cure for diseases, or some large corporation wanted to steal his idea and products? Join me as we delve deep into the life and work of Dr. Sebi. In this video, we will uncover the truth behind the story of a man who sought to offer a way out from the clutches of profit-driven pharmaceutical corporations and the healthcare system. Alfredo Bowman, commonly known as Dr. Sebi, was born on November 26, 1933, in Ilanga, Honduras.
I was born in Spanish Honduras in the year of 1933.
He received his initial education in herbal healing and traditional practices from his grandmother, who passed down her knowledge to him. While his grandfather hailed from Haiti, Dr. Sebi identified himself as an African in Honduras rather than as an Afro-Honduran. During his early years, Dr. Sebi worked as a machinist on a cargo ship, which allowed him to travel to various countries. However, his lifestyle at the time was unhealthy, characterized by excessive food consumption, leading to obesity and other health issues like impotence, diabetes, and asthma. By the age of 35, Dr. Sebi had developed visual impairment alongside his existing conditions. Realizing that his life was in danger due to these illnesses, Dr. Sebi decided to seek medical treatment in the United States. Although he gained access to Western medicine and received medication, it proved ineffective in treating his ailments. His symptoms continued to worsen, and he was informed that his conditions were incurable. But he wasn't ready to accept this as his fate. He believed that there was still a cure for his ailment and was ready to do anything to get his life and health back. It was at this point that Dr. Sebi met a man named Alfredo while traveling on cargo ships. This Alfredo Cortez specialized in herbal medicines and was reputedly skilled in treating diseases. Dr. Sebi took the opportunity to visit him in Mexico, where Alfredo resided. Fortunately, due to the nature of his work, Dr. Sebi could travel to Mexico, and it was there that his life took a positive turn. Upon learning from the herbalist in Mexico that he was dying, Dr. Sebi began a treatment journey under Alfredo Cortez's guidance. Dr. Sebi embarked on a 90-day fast. During this period, he abstained from consuming any food or liquids. Fasting is a therapeutic technique with a long history that can be traced back to as early as the 5th century BCE, as suggested by some experts. Hippocrates, a renowned Greek physician, was among the first to describe abstinence from food and liquids as a treatment for certain diseases. Modern research has shown that a fasting diet lasting approximately 12 weeks can have various health benefits. For instance, it can help reduce cholesterol levels by up to 12%, aid in weight loss by about 7%, and even lower triglyceride levels by 14 to 42%. During his fast, Dr. Sebi experienced remarkable improvements in his health, and the conditions he had been dealing with began to disappear. Rather than declaring him incurable, Alfredo, the Mexican herbalist who was assisting him, continued to provide Dr. Sebi with herbal mixtures and occasional juice throughout the fasting period. Water also played a crucial role in his life during these 90 days. It was during this transformative experience that Dr. Sebi's journey to becoming a renowned figure in natural remedies began. He witnessed the wonders of natural healing and successfully cured himself of diseases that were previously considered incurable. This led him to develop a deeper interest in natural cures and prompted him to conduct personal experiments by creating and consuming his own natural compounds and mixtures. Motivated by his own healing journey, Dr. Sebi decided to share his natural remedies with others. He started his first healing practice, initially established in his hometown in Honduras. One of the groundbreaking treatments he developed was known as African bioelectric cell food therapy. Despite being self-taught, this therapeutic technique gained significant recognition, and he eventually began promoting the herbal products he had created to people in the United States. In the early 1980s, when AIDS was newly recognized as an epidemic in the United States, particularly in New York and other major cities, Dr. Sebi challenged the widely accepted belief that HIV was the cause of AIDS. He advocated for the use of herbal remedies as a treatment for people with the disease. Dr. Sebi's cell food consists of biomineral compounds derived solely from alkaline plants that retain their natural electrical resonance. These unique herbal compounds can purify the body by eliminating mucus and toxins while replenishing essential minerals and vital nutrients within each cell. Combined with Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide, which advocates a plant-based diet, his natural botanical remedies offer a powerful and holistic approach to detoxification and nourishment. This comprehensive method targets the deepest levels of the body, promoting overall well-being and optimal health. Additionally, he created herbal products to complement his treatment approach. Dr. Sebi's beliefs revolved around the idea that diseases were caused by mucus and acidity in the body. He advocated for a specific dietary approach that involved consuming certain foods while avoiding others. According to his teachings, this dietary regimen aimed to detoxify the body and promote an alkaline state, which could help lower the risk and impact of various diseases. The Dr. Sebi diet emphasizes the consumption of a variety of plant-based foods, including vegetables such as avocado, kale, bell peppers, and wild arugula, fruits such as apples, bananas, dates, and Seville oranges, grains like rye, wild rice, spelt, and quinoa, oils including avocado, hemp seed, coconut, and olive oils. However, the diet advises against using coconut and olive oils for cooking. Nuts and seeds were also part of the diet and included hemp and raw sesame seeds, tahini butter, and walnuts. Herbal teas also included chamomile, fennel, and ginger varieties, natural sweeteners such as agave syrup and date sugar, and spices including cayenne and powdered seaweed all were part of Dr. Sebi's diet. Research indicates that adopting a plant-based diet can offer various health benefits. In a 2015 study, individuals who followed a vegan diet experienced greater weight loss compared to other diets, with participants losing up to 7.5% of their body weight in 6 months. Another study in 2016 found that young men felt more satisfied after eating a plant-based meal with peas and beans, indicating better appetite control compared to a meat-based meal. Also, a 2019 study suggested that a plant-based diet could positively influence the microbiome, which is a collection of microorganisms in the gut, potentially reducing the risk of certain diseases. Furthermore, a comprehensive review in 2017 concluded that a plant-based diet may decrease the risk of coronary heart disease by 40% and lower the chances of developing metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes by half, highlighting the potential benefits of adopting a plant-based approach for overall health and disease prevention. The Dr. Sebi diet promotes the consumption of whole foods while discouraging the intake of processed foods. Dr. Sebi established a center near La Ceiba, Honduras, and marketed his herbal products in the United States. The center, named the Usha Research Institute and located in the village of Usha, became the hub of his operations. Dr. Sebi's work focused on promoting holistic healing and encouraging individuals to embrace natural health remedies. However, in 1987, Dr. Sebi faced legal charges initiated by the New York State Attorney General, who accused him of practicing medicine without a license. The charges were brought against him after he published advertisements in local newspapers asserting his ability to cure AIDS. The Attorney General's office sent undercover agents to Dr. Sebi's office to seek diagnoses and treatments for alleged disease symptoms. However, Bowman was acquitted because the jurors concluded that the recorded evidence presented by the agents did not demonstrate that Dr. Sebi had medically diagnosed their reported conditions. To combat Dr. Sebi's claims, the New York Assistant Attorney General for Consumer Fraud filed a civil lawsuit against him, his research institute, and other named businesses. As a result, a consent agreement was reached, which prohibited Dr. Sebi from making therapeutic claims for his products. Additionally, he was fined $900. The lawsuit determined that the claims made by Dr. Sebi were not supported by evidence or proof of their effectiveness. Over time, Dr. Sebi managed to generate substantial income, reportedly earning over $3,000 a day. He achieved this by offering advice and attracting a wide range of celebrity clients, including Lisa Lopes, Steven Seagal, John Travolta, Eddie Murphy, and Michael Jackson. Reports show that he treated Michael Jackson in 2004 before his trial. As his popularity soared, he became a target for individuals seeking to undermine his reputation. On May 28, 2016, Dr. Sebi and his associate, Pablo Medina Gamboa, were apprehended at the Juan Manuel Galvez de Rotan Airport on money laundering charges. They were found in possession of $37,000 in cash without a satisfactory explanation, while attempting to transfer from a commercial flight from the United States to a private plane headed to another destination in Honduras. After being initially released pending a court hearing on June 6, 2016, Dr. Sebi was subsequently rearrested by the Public Ministerio on charges related to money laundering. He spent several weeks in a Honduran prison while his family sought his release. His release proved very difficult, as his family couldn't even get a court date, nor was he granted bail, which was unusual considering the allegations against him. Tragically, it was announced in August of that year that Dr. Sebi had passed away while in prison. Official statements from the authorities attributed his death to pneumonia. However, Dr. Sebi had previously informed his daughter that he believed the prison was attempting to poison him through the food served to him. Pneumonia outbreaks are relatively common in prison settings, affecting a significant percentage of inmates, which provides some context as to why pneumonia might have been used as a possible explanation. Many individuals argue that Dr. Sebi's death was not accidental, as he was in excellent health even at the age of 82 while in prison. Following Dr. Sebi's untimely demise, his name was unexpectedly trademarked by the company he had founded. This occurrence strongly suggests that Dr. Sebi's legacy was appropriated by individuals he had trusted and worked with at his healing practice. To further discredit his methods and drugs, it was revealed that the formulas for the healing products he created had been altered. This information was confirmed by both his daughter and one of his wives. Users of these modified formulas also reported sudden adverse reactions to the supplements, which had not been previously experienced. Some of his followers raised doubts about the circumstances surrounding his arrest and death. They believe that there was a conspiracy to silence Dr. Sebi because his teachings challenged the established medical community and posed a threat to the pharmaceutical industry. The American rapper Nipsey Hussle was one of the prominent figures that expressed their concern about the death of Dr. Sebi and was ready to uncover the truth. Before his untimely death, Nipsey Hussle shared plans to create a documentary about the life of Dr. Sebi and talk more about his natural remedies and cure for AIDS. Some fans on social media believe that Nipsey's connection to this controversial figure made him a target. In an interview with The Breakfast Club, Nipsey Hussle shared his motivation for shedding light on the work of Dr. Sebi. During the interview, Hussle revealed, "I'm currently working on a documentary about the trial in 1985 when Dr. Sebi faced legal proceedings in New York after claiming in a newspaper that he had cured AIDS. The remarkable part is that he won the case. Then the very next day he went to federal court and won again. It's a story that doesn't get enough attention." Hussle emphasized the importance of the narrative, stating, "I believe this story needs to be told. It holds significant power. If someone in this room claimed to have cured AIDS, many would be skeptical. But if I could present you with a concrete example of him going to trial and proving in a court of law that he had indeed cured AIDS, that would grab your interest. It's not just about promoting his products or explaining his methodology. We need to shine a light on that trial." By working on this documentary, Nipsey Hussle aimed to bring attention to Dr. Sebi's legal battles and showcase the significant impact they had, encouraging a deeper understanding of his work and its implications. This incident serves as just one example of how the multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical industry takes action to conceal truths that may cost them profits. The pharmaceutical industry heavily depends on continuously treating individuals with conventional medications, particularly those chronically ill. When people become aware of Dr. Sebi's methods and have easy access to them, they may turn to these natural remedies instead of relying solely on the pharmaceutical and healthcare industry to manage incurable diseases. Dr. Sebi is revered as a heroic figure in numerous communities communities across the United States, often seen as an unsung champion and a symbol of resistance against the establishment. People regarded him as a purveyor of truth, or at least a version of it. His ability to heal himself instilled hope that perhaps we too could find healing through his methods. By demonstrating that he could thrive outside the systems that had failed so many, he offered a glimmer of possibility that we too could break free from those constraints. Although Dr. Sebi is no longer with us, his life's work and the truth he sought to uncover resonate, empowering individuals to venture into alternative and natural paths toward health and recovery. If you enjoyed this documentary, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're making documentaries on all the legends in our culture. The video on the screen shares another story that I'm sure you'll love. Click on it to watch. We'll see you over there.